In the more ancient days of the Middle East, there was often two beings that people sacrificed their children to, Baal and Moloch. Both them in the Old Testament often fought with Elohim over who could influence the ancient Israelites, but later God won. But in history, they are very dark figures of the ancient days, and now today, there's a Countryballs franchise on the internet, often known as BAAL. And then Countryhumans, also known as Draw Turkey fucking the hell out of Greece's cheeks for some fucking reason community, who've given their children the internet and showing them these godforsaken things. Adults are sacrificing their children to these entities as how they sacrificed their children to Baal and Moloch in the ancient days. Feeding your children to either Countryballs or Countryhumans kills them. Perhaps not in physical form, but perhaps in emotional and intellectual form. Perhaps it's BAAL and Moloch rebranded, because they don't want to make it too obvious. BAAL in old tradition often became a symbol of spiritual adultery. And adultery? Yeah, big thing in a lot of weird-ass countryhuman art for some fucking reason. He also stood for national betrayal, as Israel did once worship him, as he tempted them away from Elohim, which could tie back to adultery and betrayal, as betrayal could be a part of the feeling of cheating. I haven't seen it yet, but I bet there's a lot of countryhuman cuck porn. Ancient Israel forgot its moral covenant with Elohim, so it could chase temptational things. And do you know the type of shit coming out of the countryhuman fandom? BAAL as metaphor often led a nation to rot with amnesia, complacency, and shifting moral boundaries. And it's not fucking moral to make Nazi fucking Germany fuck the shit out of Poland for some fucking reason. Yeah, not cool after what Germany fucking did to Poland. Moloch often became the ultimate symbol of people sacrificing their future, including children, for their own greed. Countryballs now, nasty, toxic fanbase. Always has been, no matter what people say. Even if it is children being fed to it, it will ruin their future because the little thing known as digital footprint, it will deprive morals as people just duke it out over pointless little shit. And yeah, it's connected to other toxic fandoms such as GeoTube and Hell, even the community that's scared to even mention Countryballs. Avoid at all costs. Moloch as a symbol could also be of extreme self-interest, as is Countryballs, having literal ethno-nationalism, which is selfish in and of itself. There's literal anti-Semitism in the community, and then Islamophobia, Hinduphobia, and more. And like anti-Americanism, not just hating America's foreign policy, but Americans themselves. Moloch could also be a symbol of institutionalized cruelty, the way there's basically an oligarchy in the community, led by that beast Drew Darnell. I detest Drew Darnell. His smug attitude, his seller overview, his desire to play that shitty game Hearthstone 4, he's everything I hate in this world. If more Drew Darnell videos come out, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. So for both BAAL and Moloch, and Countryballs and Countryhumans, forgetting vows and falling to greed and luxury can be a comparison of BAAL and the Countryhumans. And letting the innocent go down for power can be a comparison of Moloch and Countryballs. Instead of going for idols, such people on both fandoms could be attached to symbolic representations of the state of nations. National identity could be more important than human beings. Just like how Israel is genociding Gaza, but countrymen motherfuckers still Israel and Palestine fucking for some fucking reason. And Countryballs dudes be mocking tragedy and some comedic event. BAAL also came from ancient Canaanite paganism with multiple gods. And both Countryballs and Countryhumans has many nations, more idols for you to honor, just as the ancient pagans made wood carvings. You're picking up a pen to draw UK and France fucking for some fucking reason. And they speak in tongues too, with their nonsense such as remove kebab and Poland cannot into space, which they have, by the way. After the destruction of the Tower of Babel, only the prophets were the only ones able to speak in tongues. But now they're trying to replicate the prophets. Ancient priests wrote myths of the interactions of the ancient gods, just as a Countryball fan may make all of them go happy-go-lucky and fucking kill each other for some fucking reason. And then Countryhuman fans make a 3,000-page fanfic longer than the Bible, just on North Korea and South Korea fucking for some fucking reason. The existence of their artful character rectangle proves alone civilization has entered its terminal stage in it. And well, it originated from Countryballs and went to Countryhumans too. It's included in both. It's venerated as the main character in both, but even when it's the evil character. He could compare to how BAAL and MOLOCH were fucking enemies to Elohim. And yet he's included in everyone's animated universe for some fucking reason. And wanna know why? It's like they worship him for something, because who knows, they fucking do. Countryman motherfuckers have him in their little silly fanfics where he fucks the shit out of everybody. And Countryballs motherfuckers have him in their stupid little animations where he fucking kills everyone, including himself for some fucking reason. Just like how BAAL was related to adultery and MOLOCH fucking killed everyone. Or at least had fucking babies fed to him for some fucking reason. In the ancient days, sometimes BAAL and MOLOCH had statues erected of them to represent an entire nation, such as ancient Israel when ancient Israel worshipped him. And now fucking drawings on a stupid piece of paper is supposed to symbolize all the nations, and even the ones of the past and future. It's like BAAL and MOLOCH got influence over it, and now are spread out across the entire fucking globe. And in both ways, because it represents every fucking nation, and its community is across so many nations. America, Malaysia, Poland, Russia, Ukraine, Japan, Indonesia, Lithuania, Canada, France, Romania, and the most evil of them all, Hungary. The form may have changed, but the essence remains. And it's no good at hiding because this shit is so fucking easy to notice. But for some fucking reason, people haven't fucking noticed. The ancient prophets tore down altars honoring BAAL and MOLOCH, and modern reformers must delete fandom wikis and shitty little DeviantArt pages. Oh, and DeviantArt itself, where both these communities are often active at, satanic! It's hell in art form. It's deviant plus art. What is a deviant? Someone who deviates. What is Satan's original crime? Deviating, especially against Elohim. This replicates Satan's entire resume. Going down through DeviantArt more, you'll find worse shit. First you find happy-go-lucky kittens hugging, then Hitler and Stalin kissing, and then furry inflation art. This is like Dante's Inferno's layers of hell. Entire ecosystems exist on the site even, and they haven't been discovered, just like how we haven't discovered hell. Probably we have, because DeviantArt is hell. Then once you scroll enough on it, you'll find Sonic the Hedgehog himself. He's fucking Satan. As Kurt Cobain said about his mortal enemy, I detest Sonic, his smug attitude, his blazing speed, his desire to collect gold. He's everything I hate in this world. If more Sonic games come out, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So, Sonic fucking killed him. There's recent theories that Kurt Cobain didn't, do it himself. And some people blaming Courtney. But it's Sonic himself who fucking killed Kurt Cobain. because he's Satan himself. Kurt Cobain spoke out against that blue shitty demon, so that blue shitty demon fucking killed him. But what's also shows up on DeviantArt, Countryballs and Countryhumans, right on the side of Sonic, just like how in hell, BAAL and MOLOCH are with Satan, and now there's people on the site honoring all three. Ancient priests worshipping BAAL and MOLOCH debated theology, just how fans in these communities may debate how shit is supposed to be drawn or some. And while the Bible didn't exactly say so, popular culture relates BAAL and MOLOCH to wrath. And they kinda are, cause, you know, they were eating babies. But that's just like how these places are full of wrath. Countryballs actually stemmed off from an interaction with its creator Falco with some guy called Wojak, who's like a Pole, who guess what? Made the Wojak shit, which evolved into Soyjak. And you know, Soyjak Party, a very controversial community, so controversial I'm not gonna comment on it too much, but by some, it is often seen as wrathful. But there's also that edgy doomer shit coming off from Wojak too, sacrificing the youth into sadness, just how adults in the ancient days fed babies to BAAL and MOLOCH. And yeah, Countryhumans actually branched off from Countryballs, so it's still connected to these types of things. It's also Pokeball, which, yeah, it's very aggressive to avoid at all costs. In the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament, and Torah, MOLOCH represents abominable sins that provoke divine wrath. Just how beating your meat like motherfuckers in the Countryhuman fandom do, it's an abominable sin that if in Roman Catholicism theology, at least, if you don't repent, it could risk you, your soul, and it could bring you to hell. And aggression in both communities too, you know. I've mentioned that many times. Massively related to Roman Catholicism, both have included toxicity and sexualization to or of the Vatican, which is the home of the Catholic Church, you know. Yeah, and even sexualizing some pious nations like Poland, Romania, Lithuania, or some Muslim nations could be a little disrespectful when it kind of goes against their culture with the no sex before marriage things. Because, you know, religion is engraved in such nations' cultures. And even making them violent, because being against violence is an integral part of most religions. Parents, if you feed your children Countryballs or Countryhumans, that will be the exact same as feeding your children to BAAL and MOLOCH. So to summarize, hell is DeviantArt, Sonic is Satan, and Countryballs and Countryhumans are to be compared to BAAL and MOLOCH. And once you get fed to them, what do you think you could do, climb out? No, you fucking die. So it's best to avoid both at all costs, and community stemming off from it, or you'll be fed to BAAL and MOLOCH.